Hello, guys. Hey. All right, guys, that was free, but the next time I'm gonna charge. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today is gonna be another slow day, slow living. I don't know if y'all can see. Probably can't, but it is sprinkling. I call it shower rain outside, and just the vibes is kind of getting to the gloomy one. So I decided to pop on a bright red wig. Goodness, can I talk? I decided to pop on a bright red wig, and I'm headed to the library to kind of like zone out, get in my zone. And I have fixed me some pre-workout because it's no different from a Celsius or a Monster. Well, the ingredients are supposed to be better than that. Okay, but I'm headed there to just get some editing done and to read a book. Again, I feel distracted in the house, like I told you all in my other videos, so sometimes it's best to just get out of the environment and get into a nice, calming, relaxing one. Okay, if you are new to my channel, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good night, whenever y'all are watching this. My name is Sierra, and my channel is dedicated to my life and everything in between. Just check out the countless of videos that I put my blood, sweat, and tears into. Anyways, if you are new or you're not, please consider subscribing to my channel. You can subscribe right now because your girl is trying to gain subscribers organically, no bots, no shortcuts, anything like that. And also subscribe to my Instagram. Okay, this is my first time that I can remember actually plugging in my Instagram, but that is also another platform that I'm using as content. So it's something about saying subscribe, it's like a tongue twister. Subscribe there as well. I promise you will not regret it. All right, let's head on to the library again. Any other circumstances, I will cut this part out, but I want y'all to see, like, this is crazy. I bought this like mount off of Amazon, and obviously y'all can't see it, but it's like, maybe I should, maybe the other one fit upstairs. I am not going back in there. Hold on. Let me just stop this because y'all gonna just go all the way down. This is crazy. All right, I managed to do it. Let me connect y'all just because I like to utilize all of my DJI products. So why not? Thank goodness I didn't get my car washed yesterday because I was like, girl, you need to get your car washed. But I was like, I don't know if I want to because it's been raining off and on for a few days. And look, it's raining. So guys, I feel very hopeful today. I'm not gonna lie. Of course, I feel a lot better about my circumstances, my situation with class. I think I told y'all already that I'm doing a remediation class. I don't even count that as a class because it's like, number one, I didn't even voluntarily join that class. They put me in that class. I don't feel like it's working, and not because the material isn't reinforcing, but it's because I really don't care to take it. You know, I feel like if y'all gonna do that, then just let me be out for the full 2 months until I get back in school. But again, I understand why they do that because they don't want me to forget a lot of the concepts. So I get why Chamberlain is doing what they're doing. I'm not going to try to beat them down like that. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I give credit when credit is due. I understand the logic behind it. So that's that on that. But you know, hey, I feel like everything happens for a reason. And of course, there is a reason why I did not. Ooh, who texted me? Oh, that's my other camera. There's a reason why I did not pass the class, you know, reasons that's beyond me, reasons that I may never understand. But I'm just happy. I'm blessed that I'm only like this close to graduating. And this only adds more fuel under me. Like I said, y'all, it's just like, I feel like I want to do so many things in life, not so much to where it's driving me crazy because that can be stressful. I'm trying to live as much of a stressless life as possible. I know I'll never be able to evade the stresses of life. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But if I can help it, I want to try to lead a stressless life, like, as much as possible. And y'all know, y'all been following me for so long, y'all know I'm not the 9-to-5 girly. Not because it's cool, not because it's cute. I have always known that it wasn't for me. for years. Like, it's been over a decade, well over, since I want to say 2013, when I was probably on my 5th job. That's when I was like, yeah, something's not adding up. I just didn't know what it was. I didn't have a name for it. You know how we have names for everything, labels for everything now? Like, back then we just used to roast or talk crap about people. Now they call it body shaming. Like, if we're talking about somebody's body, they got labels for everything. But I didn't know the label to call it. So I was just like, yeah, I just don't like this job. And I chopped it up as that. And then the next job came and I'm like, well, I don't like this job. And I chopped it up to that. And then it's so on and so forth. But the reality was, yes, I didn't like the job, but there was a much deeper aspect to it, which is I don't like any corporate job, not because the name is corporate, but because of the structure, the policies that never did and never will align with Sierra's. But in life, you got to make things work for you. I've already spent a lot of time, tears, studying, dedication to school and, you know, getting my degree, my bachelor's, for that matter, something I never thought I would do because I just didn't care for school. Excuse me. So I wasted too much time, energy, and I'm spending a lot of money on my degree. I'm going to make it work for me. You know, nursing may not be corporate in the sense of you're at a desk job and you're dealing with all of these things firsthand, but it's still corporate, and it's always money over patience, money over profit, which is a lot of the reasons why, number one, I kind of didn't even want to get into it because I'm like, I'm not doing it for that. You know, that'll piss me off knowing that you're putting profits over people's lives. But it will always be that way. I won't say it's always been that way because I wasn't even alive to see it. From what my mother said, she said it hasn't always been like that, but maybe it was more, you know, discreet, but now it was more like out there and it's more ruthless. So definitely not something I want to be a part of, which is why a lot of nurses, bedside nurses, leave. However, I want to make it work for me. I want to do as much time as I can on the floor, which won't be very long. I want to get my experience. I would love to, once I got my experience, I hope it's not loud in the background, y'all. But once I get my experience, I would love to take up travel nursing, of course, in the higher paying states so that I could rack up some coins. And that will also be a way that I can mesh work, the 9-to-5 work, with my freedom, because I need flexibility. If y'all hadn't noticed, if I hadn't said it already, I need flexibility. That's my personality. I can't deal with a lot of structure, a lot of rigidness, a lot of quotas. That's never been me. I finally got a name to it. It's just not me. It's not something I enjoy doing. It makes me feel like I'm stuck, and it makes me feel like I'm like being held captive. And that's what eventually make me say, I gotta go. I gotta leave. So I gotta do my time, you know, earn my stripes, so to speak. And then once that deed is done, take up travel nursing. I'll be able to have some autonomy in that, of course. And then eventually I would love to scale down to being an independent contractor, while still putting away my own retirement, because I suggest y'all do that too. Of course, when you're W-2, it'll be provided to you. In most cases, I've never seen a hospital not provide it to you, and they match. My thing is, anytime a hospital say they're gonna match your 401k, you better take it. That's free money. So obviously, when I'm a W-2 employee, I'm gonna do my 401k, or what else they say, a 403b or something like that. It's all the same, really, just little small nuances. That's a change. But yeah, put my retirement in as a W-2, but I'm not just gonna depend on my job to handle the 401k. And I hope y'all wouldn't either. You can have that because that's a great asset, but also I will be putting in my Roth IRA for myself. So that'll be 2 different retirement funds. And then I'm going to have my emergency saving funds, which we all should be having no matter where you're working at, whether you're a nurse or not. We should always have emergency savings funds. So those will be like 3 different savings, y'all. And actually, I'm going to have 4. You know, that's crazy. I'm going to have 4. You want to know why? Because I'm going to be saving up for my own home. Me and my babe, we're saving up together. We're actually saving up as we speak, but we're saving up for an apartment as of right now. An apartment savings will be short term. Call me cheap, I don't know, but I play the long game, not the short game, and I don't see any incentive in staying in an apartment any more than like 3 years. Although I don't even intend to stay on it in 3 years. I would like for us to stay in it for 1 year, save up more, and then join the first time home buyers program and get a home, because we're paying the same thing anyway. Especially if you're living in South Florida, you are paying mortgage prices for an apartment. And for me, it don't make sense. It never did. There are some people who have their reasons for preferring an apartment living over owning a home, but the benefits definitely outweigh the risk. For me, I feel like I'm very okay with being held responsible for the grass, cutting the grass and fixing things in the house. If that means after 5 or 6 years, if I choose to walk away from that house and sell it, I leave with money. That's something that you can never say you're going to leave with when you are dealing with an apartment living. After 5 or 6 years, you're leaving with your furniture if you have it, and that's it. Versus if I put 5 or 6 years in equity into a home that I've been paying for, mind you, paying the same price relatively, because we neck and neck. You got people in apartments paying mortgage prices. So you might as well put that into equity. That's just the way I see it. It makes the most sense. And that's the surest way to build wealth. I mean, that's statistics. So needless to say, guys, that's what I want to do. And it's all about balance. Like, if I'm going to be doing stuff that I don't particularly love to do, and something that's so stressful like nursing, I need to find me a balance. You know, you got to have a balance in life. And eventually I do want to scale down to where I only have to work as a registered nurse part-time. That'll be beautiful. You know, I won't get burned out so quick doing that, especially when I'm doing things that I love doing, like this, and traveling, which is something that I love to do. It's not something that YouTube made me love to do or something that I was coerced into. No, I would say ever since let me see if I'm in the right line. I would say ever since I started working for an airline and started really traveling, that is when I fell in love with traveling. Like, I've always loved to travel, but I didn't have the money. So once I was working for an airline and I started traveling for free, y'all, that's when I got my itch. But anyways, I just arrived to the library. So let me get in here and do my thing. All right, so I'm trying to find, I don't know where I would have put it though.